So NVIDIA released their AI video model a few weeks back, and we're going to be taking a look at it today. Here's a video that I generated with a dash cam captures a car drifting down a snow-covered road, and you can see on this right side of the screen, you've got a car drifting down a snow-covered road, and then we have some other examples here. This is kind of like a manufacturing line, like an industrial factory setting. And then this one is a hard hat on a floor with kind of like a panning view. So we can make our own generation on the NIMS page here. If you've seen this page before, it's because I've gone over the NVIDIA NIMS and blueprints in some previous videos, but you would just go into this page here, click on which one you want to try out. In this case, we can go to the 7B test Cosmos 1.0 Diffusion 7B and test it out here. That's the one that I was using for these generations. And then we could just try out something different. So we can say, let's take a look at their examples. Let's go into this one, select, it says a dash cam records a drive along a narrow forest at dusk. Let's say a desert, along a narrow desert road at dusk with fading light casting long shadows among the, I don't know, let's say cactus. And we will go ahead and generate a new video here, and this will take about 60 seconds to do. Now I'm going to show how you can get this up and running on your computer after we get this generation back, but it will require a pretty large NVIDIA GPU. I've been running it on 24 gigs, and I think that's the minimum that you need. You might be able to try it with 16 or lower, as they do offload some of the models off of the GPU. But I'm not too sure, as I've only been running on my 24 gigs and it still kind of struggles in some areas. In the meantime, it does allow us to look at other creations. So here you can see that these videos are also being played. We've got like some pallets that are stacked up here with a panning up view. You're driving through a little warehouse here. All right, and so here we go. Here is our generation. Dashcam records a drive along a narrow desert road at dusk with fading light casting long shadows among the cactus. So here we go. I guess there's less of an emphasis on the cactus and shadows and more on the fading light at dusk, but I'd say this is pretty good for a text to world model, and then you have like your image to world you could try out. But yeah, I'm gonna be showing two ways you can get it up and running on your computer, one more friendly than the other. The first one I'll go over is more difficult. If you're a developer, you can probably get this installed, but if you are more just looking to kind of have like a hands-off install, we'll go through a comfy UI install where you can try out some of these models there. So first things first, we'll go to NVIDIA's kind of tutorial on how you can get this installed. We're going to be doing it in Docker. And to do this, we'll go here and we'll need to scroll down to where it says example usage. And then we are going to be doing the autoregressive inference here. If you have 24 gigabytes of VRAM, you're not going to be able to do diffusion inference because this one requires that you have, let's see, it has their VRAM requirements. So 24.4 for their text to world model here for diffusion, and then for the other one you need at least 27. So they will be very, very slow if you try to run it on a 24 gig VRAM card, and you won't even be able to run the text one because it requires a larger text encoding model than the GPU can handle, which is Google's T511B, I believe. So we're not going to be running through the diffusion one here. We will be doing autoregressive, as that's what I can run on my computer. So if you have WSL already installed on your computer with Docker, we can just go into installation guide here, and it's simply just going to be copy and pasting some of these commands. So you're going to install the NVIDIA toolkit. So in this case, we just go and open up our command line prompt here. Go to Ubuntu or WSL2, however you have it, and then we would just run through this NVIDIA installation for the toolkit. I'm not going to go through this because I've already done this on my device, so go through that, and then you'll just need to git clone, cd, and then docker build. So all of that is already present in my repository or inside of my WSL install. As you can see, I have Cosmos here. And then I've already opened it up in VS Code. So here we have it in VS Code, but this is after you do the Docker installation. So git clone, cd, docker build, docker run, and then what you need to do is this docker attach Cosmos container. And so this is going to allow you to run the models within the Docker container here. So you'll see that it says root, some number here, and then workspace. And so here we are. That's how we get it loaded onto our computer. And then now we can start kind of running inference. So you'll need to generate a Hugging Face token. And then once you have that, do the Hugging Face login. And then you'll need to copy and paste run this line here. And it's going to download all of the Cosmos models. So I already have them and they are pretty big. I downloaded all of them, though I believe you can opt out of installing the bigger ones if you just don't include 12B and 13B here. And then you can verify that it is this following structure by going to the checkpoints folder. In this case, we could do something like ls, cd checkpoints, and then another, cd checkpoints, and then another one. And you can see that they are in here. So we'll go ahead and cd out of there. And cool, we got the models installed. So that's going to take a little bit of time to get all of them downloaded, but yeah. Now, if you're not familiar with all of this, I just blasted through a bunch of instructions. So don't worry if you didn't keep up with that, if you don't have all of these things installed on your computer, because like I said, I will be going over the Comfy UI install, which is a little more hands off. Now, let's say you've got all of the Docker set up with WSL2. We can now scroll down to single batch generation and run a sample generation. So in this case, we want to run this single generation prompt with offloading, with model offloading. And you can simply just copy this and then go into that directory and then just paste it. And then it's going to start running through the whole process. So yeah, this will take about 5-ish minutes on my 4090 GPU. I'm going to interrupt the process here as I already have some generations. I don't want to hinder my recording, so I'll just show you some of the outputs that we have here. And these are the autoregressive models. Like I said, I can't run the other models on my GPU. So yeah, we'll take a look. Here is the input for one of them. So just a car driving down the road. And then we'll take a look at the output for that one. So what this model does is it takes the last 9 frames of the video that you gave it and then generates the additional frames needed. I believe up to like 33 frames, whatever it says on their website. Yeah, here we go. It extends up to 33 frames, so it adds 24 frames to the video here. And this is the output. So here you can see that it looks pretty cohesive. Make it a little bit bigger. Like that is pretty cool. Maybe on this left-hand side here, some of the cars look a little strange. You got a little bit of motion blur there, but overall not too bad. Once again, here is the where is it? Here's the input clip, and then here's the interpolation of the last bit of the video. So there you go, not too bad. And then I did try this on some other ones, such as like this biker clip. So here's the input clip. So very short, 9 frames. And then here is the video generation from that. So there you go, not too bad. You get a little bit of blurriness here. And then I tried to use this as an input. So this is the extension of that part. And you can see it starts to get a little wonky here. So I don't know how that would work to generate longer videos from the previous 9 frames of a previous output video. That might be something to play around with. And then I have this other one where it's the same biker, but just in a different area. So here's the input, very short. And then here's the output on that. So there you go. Not the best, not the worst, I'd say. This person in this right corner kind of just turns into some blob. As you can see, it's just a blob. And then if you take a look at the shadow, you can notice when it becomes AI because the backpack turns flat and rounded. So there's a shadow there. But overall, I think the general physics of this is correct. You can see that it's following the straight line that it's going into. So if you're using this to train physical AI, it probably would still work in terms of, let's say, like navigation. But those were the samples that I was able to play around with. It does take quite a bit of time for you to generate with these models. And we'll now jump into Comfy UI where you can get this up and going too. So let's close out of these NVIDIA tabs real quick. And we'll jump into Comfy UI. Now, this is going to be a much easier installation. So all we need to do is go into the Releases tab here. Scroll down to this portable NVIDIA download. Click it. Download it somewhere. In this case, I have this Delete Me folder on my desktop. And then we'll just navigate to that area. Let's go. And then you can just go right click and extract all with the Windows default file extractor. And it should output to this Comfy UI Windows Portable NVIDIA folder. And so we'll just double click into that, double click into here. And I already have it running, so I need to close it out first. So we'll close that out and then we'll rerun. But everything should be installed in here. And just to verify that it does work, we'll click run NVIDIA GPU.bat. And get things going. So there you go. It launches and we now have it here. Now we will need to install the models, and in that case, we're going to follow the Comfy UI instructions. So go over into this page and we'll need to download the text encoder and VAE. So each one of these will have to just save them to the correct folder. So we'll click into here. Go into this old T5XXL FP8 download, go into the Comfy UI folder, Comfy UI models, and then VAE. Sorry, and then the text encoders, and you'll slap this in here. So I already have it in there, and then we'll go back and get their VAE. So you just go into there, click the download. Go back into the Comfy UI portable folder and then go down to models. Where's that? Put it inside of VAE. So save that here. Then we'll just install their safe tensors files. So we'll download them. So go into here, download, go into that Comfy UI folder once again, go to models, diffusion models, save that into here. And then you'll need to do that for this other video to world one if you want to do that. So once again, download, go into the folder, models, diffusion models, and save that into here. So we've got some pretty big files in there. So you'll probably need, I think it's like 50 gigs for all of this in total. And you can use the official NVIDIA ones if you so choose, but these ones are in safe tensors if you want to use those. But yeah, once you have that, we can now just import these workflows. So that's pretty nice. So just save, right click, save image as Comfy UI Windows Portable. You can put this anywhere. I prefer to create a folder called workflows. So we'll just create a folder called workflows. I'll just paste this in here. And then we'll do the same for this one down below here. And then we'll save this into here. So like I said earlier, this is meant generally for physical AI, but you can get it to do things like anime movement and so on. But note that it's not generally intended to do this type of stuff. It's mainly for training physical AI systems for things like robotics. But that doesn't mean you can't use it for other things. So there we go. We've got those two. We've got all this installed into our Comfy UI folder. And then we should have launched it. And so we'll close out of this and then we'll relaunch it just to make sure that it loads the models that we wanted. And then here we go. And so to load in a new workflow, all we need to do is go to workflow, open, go into our workflows folder, and then just double click on which one we want to run. In this case, we're going to do text to video. We're going to go and click open. And here we can see all of the nodes have loaded. So if we did everything correctly, you should have the clip name here for old T5, unit name for Cosmos and diffusion model. And I believe, the Cosmos for the load VAE here. And I believe that should be it. and then we can start a generation. Now this one is very, very slow. This is going to take about 20 minutes to do a generation. So not necessarily the fastest model. So just beware of that. And so I did do a couple of generations from here. The first one is actually just going to be their default prompt that they had here, which is the foxes. And so here we've got it. This is the start. You can see the fox kind of spawns out of nowhere, but it starts to slip on the ice, which is actually really nice. That is accurate. But yeah, there is a little bit of artifacting there, though the background is actually pretty accurate, I'd say. And then I did run the other one, which is image to video. And so that's where you can have a input image. So in this case, what I had inputted was this riding bike PNG right here. And I got two different images out of it. One, I wanted to try having him move forward, but you can kind of see he just looks up. And you've got the stage there. The stage is pretty nice, and the buildings here are pretty nice. Those were not present in the original stock footage, but the hands start to kind of morph and get a little funky here. So don't look at that too much. You might have nightmares. And then the second one, it's moving forward, but I reduced the amount of CFG steps that it did in order to try to make a faster video, and it did not come out as well. This is the generation I did right here. I reduced these steps to 10 when I should probably just leave it at 20. And we're going to go and queue this one. So this is going to run, and then I'll show you guys what this looks like after it finishes running. But yeah, those are kind of my first impressions of NVIDIA Cosmos so far. I do think it is pretty cool that NVIDIA is releasing models themselves that we can use in the open source community for just playing around or developing on. Like I said, they want to create AI physical systems, and so this is kind of their base or their launching point for that. So they've got these other bigger models here that might be interesting to try, but I'm not able to run those on my computer, unfortunately. But like I said, you can also run it on their website. So if you just want to try it out without getting it installed locally, you just go to the GPU free preview and you can just try it out here. So yeah, we've got the AR, the autoregressive model, and then we've got the diffusion model here. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Like I said, it does take quite a bit of time. This generation or this iteration took 154 seconds for one iteration. And that is almost 3 minutes, so 2.5 minutes. That is because I am overflowing my GPU because I'm also recording a video. So once I stop, it'll be at about 60 seconds per iteration. But yeah, I'll show you guys this video once it's done, but that's going to be pretty much it for NVIDIA Cosmos. And if I find anything more about it, or if you guys want me to go into more details or in depth about this one, for sure, let me know down below in the comments. And yeah, once again, I'd like to thank all the members of the channel for supporting me, and I will see you guys later.